on, everybody? It's Jeff. This is the Young Black Geek channel, and we're talking chapter 6, yes, of Black Clover. 5 out of 5, 5 fire emojis. All that. This chapter was amazing to me because we finally got some explanation on who these other characters are, and I'm gonna be referring back to the book a lot in this one just to make sure I don't mess up any names and stuff. But I said a while that the character that intrigued me the most was Vanessa, just because one, I usually go for the pervy characters. Like, I think that's an interesting quirk or quip to have in a character. And my favorite anime character of all time is Jiraiya, who is pervy sage. Shout out to Naruto. But Vanessa's the first like female pervy character that I've encountered, and that makes her like very interesting. It makes her possible backstory very interesting, and I think all of the Black Bulls actually have a pretty interesting chance at a very interesting backstory, because you have Luck, who is about combat and fighting and loves to fight, and his reason for, or the way he views being a magic knight, is there's a fun job that lets you fight all the enemies you want. And so, and this could just be because I do enjoy One Piece, and I did enjoy Naruto, and so I feel like that could lead to a tragic backstory, the same way that Vanessa, being kind of like, she likes to drink. I mean, I don't want to call her a straight up drunk, but it's similar to the intrigue Kaido has in One Piece right now, where like what's led him to always have to be drinking. Former prisoner Gouch, that's the one that's like in love with his sister. Not something that I find it didn't really catch my attention, but it also could have like a very dark and twisted backstory that could be expelled upon. And then Charmy loves to eat, and you could feel like that could have something to do with maybe a bad home situation, or something like where Asta's from, where like that she could be poor, so now she's in a position where she can always eat or whatever. I mean, whatever. I just feel like all these characters, like what we've seen from them so far, keeps the doors open, and the fact that they all get along together so well is nice, because all of their backstories or possible backstories are melding together pretty well for me. I don't really the one character that we were introduced to that I just didn't mess with till was Gray, and maybe that'll change later on, maybe not, but just his ability to shapeshift and no one really knowing much about him just wasn't like, oh my gosh, this guy could be crazy. Now, the latter part of this chapter is what actually makes it a 5 out of 5. Because although I did enjoy getting to learn a little bit more about the characters, like their names and like a small tidbit about them, the first mission that Noelle and Asta go on, and they go with Magna to this village to go hunt boars, and when they get there, it's shrouded in mist, and there's these random people that we're not really sure who they are that are attacking this village. I'm sure it has something to do with money or a debt owed or something like that, just because Yami had said that this old man, he gambled with him, and this is what he wanted for winning the gamble. And so the 5 out of 5 is, this is Asta's this is his first Magic Knight fight. This is his first fight as a Magic Knight, and he's there with Magna, a character that I like. And Magna reminds me a lot of Lee. He reminds me a lot of Kirishima from My Hero Academia, where he's very tough and he's very manly, and he not only exudes manliness, but he really seeks out those who are also manly or tough or have a lot of bravado. And so that character used the correct way, because I believe Kirishima is being used the right way so far from where I'm at in My Hero Academia, and I think that Lee was not used as well as he could have been, but he still had his moments. So when used the right way, that's an awesome character. And then you have Noelle, who has a lot of room for growth, which might be the greatest compliment you can give someone in shonen, is that like there's a lot of room for them to grow. She has so much room to grow because she comes from a noble family, yet she has basically no control of her magical abilities. She doesn't exactly have like the greatest work ethic from what we've seen. I mean, we saw her practicing a little bit, but she still comes off as stuck up to others. And so when she finally embraces like their hardworking nature and what she can actually learn from them, she's going to take off in terms of her potential and what she adds to the Black Bulls. And if this is the Black Bulls, and I understand that because they're the riffraff or the outcasts, so their personalities are going to be a little bit further out there. But this collection of magic abilities where you have creation magic, or you have the fire magic, or the spatial magic, or even Asta's no magic, you have Noelle's water creation magic. I'm ready to see kind of what Yuno's going through. Because I'm pretty sure he joined like the Golden Dawn Eagles or something. He joined like the Golden something, the greatest, the best Magic Knight squad. And so if Asta has like people with these kind of abilities, I wonder what the best, like the top tier magical abilities are. And I'm sure we'll get to that later. I was very happy with this chapter. And I think that Asta's shining moment in this chapter, two. One is, of course, when he slices the attack at the end, the magic attack at the end. That's of course going to be one of his shining moments. But another one of his shining moments is how friendly he is with the other Black Bulls and how easily he's fit in so far. Where he's very much a glue character. He's a character that other people can rally around because of how well he gets along with others. And I think that's definitely a shining moment for him. And it's just as important as how strong he is in combat, or how strong he can be in combat, is that other people can rally around him. Other people can I hate to say be caught in by his enthusiasm, because that can also rub a lot of people off the wrong way, to have someone who's always happy and always cheerful. But he has such a he's so charismatic. He has like it's kind of Luffy. And I hate to keep comparing this, but in early chapters, like at the beginning of all new series, it's going to get a lot of comparisons to previous series where authors might have drawn inspiration from, just because you haven't had time to develop your own story yet. We're in chapter 6. So while imagine when he's writing this and doesn't have this huge like selection of memories to go back on, what he's going off of is what he wants Asta to become in comparison, and what he wants the story to become in comparison to the other great shonen mangas. So I do see a little bit of Luffy's leadership abilities starting to root early, where people are drawn to him and he fits in well with others naturally. Like, it's not forced at all. People want to be around him. I am ready for the next chapter. This volume was really good. One of the better volumes of manga I've read, actually, as far as a starting volume. Probably second behind The Promised Neverland. And that's just, The Promised Neverland's been crazy to me personally. But once again, guys, 5 fire emojis. If you like this video, please give this video a like. Comment, let me know what you guys are thinking about Black Clover. And we're going to do something interesting for this particular video. Let me know if you like Black Clover or My Hero Academia better, because I know that those two fan bases, the people who don't read or watch both series, like, are against it. So let me know like which side you're on. I'm going to also put that same thing in the next My Hero video that drops for me. Please subscribe to the channel. We're going to make this channel pop and grow for sure. Stay positive, stay up, and take care of yourselves, guys. Peace. Happy holidays.